Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the most epic one-on-one fights in human history. Get ready for some intense battles and unbelievable stories. I'm talking about duels where everything was on the line, honor, reputation, and sometimes literally life itself. We're going to look at knights in shining armor settling scores, legendary samurai warriors in battles of pure skill, and even future presidents risking it all over a matter of pride. These aren't just fights. These are moments that became legends, whispered about for centuries. From medieval France to feudal Japan and early America, these stories are packed with drama, courage, and sometimes just pure, unadulterated craziness. You won't want to miss a second of this, so let's get right into it. This is going to be epic. Alright, first up, we're going to medieval France, 1386. This is the story of Jean de Carrouges and Jacques le Gris. These two guys were actually buddies, knights serving the same count, but things went south big time. Carrouges was a respected knight known for his military skill but maybe a bit hot-headed. Le Gris, on the other hand, was more of a smooth talker, a favorite in the count's court. The tension started building over land disputes and courtly favoritism. Carrouges felt like Le Gris was constantly getting preferential treatment. Then, Carrouges marries Marguerite de Thibouville. While Carrouges was away on a military campaign, Marguerite accused Le Gris of breaking into her chateau and assaulting her. Carrouges, upon his return, was enraged. He immediately took the case to Count Pierre, but Le Gris denied everything. The Count sided with Le Gris, dismissing the charges. Carrouges felt completely betrayed. He appealed directly to the King of France, Charles VI, and the Parlement of Paris. This escalated the situation to a matter of state interest. The Parlement of Paris heard the case, but with no conclusive evidence, they were at a stalemate. The last resort, a trial by combat. The duel was set for December 29, 1386, in Paris. Thousands gathered to watch, including the king himself. Both men were experienced knights, fighting in full plate armor, on horseback initially, with lances, and then on foot with swords, axes, and daggers. Carrouges was fighting for his wife's honor and his own. Le Gris was fighting for his life and reputation. They charged at each other on horseback, lances aimed. Several passes were made, with both men showing their skill. Eventually both knights were unhorsed. The fight continued on foot, and it was brutal. Carrouges was wounded in the thigh but fought on. The turning point came when Carrouges managed to wrestle Le Gris to the ground. Pinning him down, Carrouges demanded Le Gris confess. Le Gris maintained his innocence. Carrouges, believing Le Gris was lying, showed no mercy. He plunged his dagger through a gap in Le Gris' helmet, killing him. With Le Gris dead, Carrouges was declared the victor. Marguerite's honor was restored, and she was vindicated. Carrouges became a hero, his reputation soaring. The body of Jacques le Gris was treated as that of a convicted criminal. Whether Le Gris was truly guilty or not is still debated by historians to this day. But in 1386, the outcome of the duel was seen as divine judgment. This duel was one of the last officially sanctioned judicial duels in France. The legal system was moving towards more evidence-based approaches. For Carrouges and Marguerite, it was the only way they saw to get justice. Their story highlights the harsh realities of medieval life and the importance of honor. Next up, we're heading to Japan, early 17th century, for a duel that's become the stuff of absolute legend. We're talking about Miyamoto Musashi versus Sasaki Kojiro. Musashi is like the Michael Jordan of samurai, undefeated in over 60 duels. This guy was not just a swordsman, he was a philosopher, an artist, and a master strategist. Sasaki Kojiro, his opponent, was no slouch either. He was a renowned swordsman, famous for his swallow cut technique, a super fast and precise strike. The duel was set to take place on Ganryu Island, a small, remote island in the Kanman Straits of Japan, in April 1612. Musashi was known for his unconventional tactics, and this duel was no exception. He deliberately arrived late, like 3 hours late. When Musashi finally showed up, he wasn't even in his usual fighting attire. Instead of bringing his famous pair of swords, he had carved a wooden sword, a bakken, from an oar on the boat trip over to the island. Kojiro, understandably, was furious. He taunted Musashi, "You're late," and drew his prized nodachi, throwing his scabbard into the sea. Musashi replied calmly, "You've already lost, Kojiro. If you were going to win, you wouldn't throw away your scabbard." The fight itself was incredibly short, but legendary. As they faced off, Kojiro attacked first, aiming his famous swallow cut. Musashi, despite his appearance and unconventional weapon, was a master of timing and distance. He had anticipated Kojiro's attack. As Kojiro struck, Musashi simultaneously leaped and struck downwards with his heavy wooden sword, aiming for Kojiro's head. Musashi's strike found its mark. The heavy wooden bakken connected with Kojiro's skull. Kojiro fell, defeated. Musashi, seeing his opponent down, didn't linger. He quickly checked Kojiro, confirmed the victory, and then, according to legend, bowed to the officials who were witnesses, and promptly left the island. The aftermath of this duel cemented Musashi's status as an undefeated legend. Kojiro, a brilliant swordsman, became a tragic figure. The island itself was even renamed Ganryu Island in Kojiro's honor, a testament to the significance of this single combat. Musashi's mastery over psychological warfare was evident. He controlled the narrative from before he even arrived. This duel is often seen as a perfect example of Musashi's philosophy, using any means necessary, adapting to the situation and understanding the rhythm of combat. The story of Musashi and Kojiro has been told and retold countless times in Japanese culture, in books, movies, and manga. It captures the imagination because it's about more than just a sword fight. It's about strategy, psychology, and the clash of two incredible warriors at the height of their powers. Chapter 3. Presidential Fury, the duel that shocked America. We're jumping to the United States, 1806, and the duelist, none other than Andrew Jackson, years before he became president. His opponent was Charles Dickinson, a lawyer and renowned marksman. Dickinson was considered one of the best shots in Tennessee. The beef between Jackson and Dickinson had been simmering for a while. It started over a horse racing bet of all things. Dickinson allegedly called Jackson a worthless scoundrel, a poltroon, and a coward. He also reportedly insulted Jackson's wife, Rachel. The duel was set for May 30th, 1806, in Logan County, Kentucky. Because dueling was illegal in Tennessee, Jackson knew Dickinson was a crack shot. He decided he would let Dickinson shoot first, take the hit, and then, no matter how badly he was wounded, he would take his time, aim carefully, and kill Dickinson. As the signal was given, Dickinson fired quickly. His shot was accurate, hitting Jackson squarely in the chest, just shy of his heart. Most men would have collapsed, but Jackson stood firm. He slowly, deliberately raised his own pistol. Dickinson was forced to stand there, horrified as per the rules of dueling. He couldn't move or fire again until Jackson had taken his shot. Jackson took careful aim. His first attempt to fire misfired. The hammer stopped half-cocked. Under the rules, this counted as a shot. However, Jackson recocked the pistol. He aimed again, and this time the pistol fired. The ball struck Charles Dickinson in the abdomen, a mortal wound. Dickinson bled to death slowly and painfully later that day. Jackson, despite his severe wound, had won the duel. The bullet Dickinson fired remained lodged in Jackson's chest for the rest of his life, causing him chronic pain. This duel cemented Jackson's reputation as a tough, unyielding man, but it also drew criticism for its brutality and Jackson's conduct. The fact that Jackson let Dickinson shoot first, knowing he'd likely be hit, speaks to a level of cold calculation and an almost superhuman ability to endure pain and focus under extreme duress. This duel had significant consequences for Jackson. While it enhanced his reputation among some as a man of honor and courage, it also painted him as ruthless and violent to others. The Andrew Jackson-Charles Dickinson duel stands as one of the most dramatic and brutal in American history. It showcases the raw, often violent nature of frontier life, and the extreme lengths to which individuals would go to defend their honor. And there you have it. 3 of the most insane, epic 1v1 duels in human history. From the cold steel of medieval knights fighting for divine judgment, to the lightning-fast blades and psychological warfare of legendary samurai, and the deadly precision of pistols at dawn involving a future US president. These guys weren't messing around, they put everything on the line. It's absolutely wild to think these were real events with real people making life or death decisions. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these epic 1v1 battles, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing historical stories. Let us know in the comments which duel you found the most insane, or if there are any other legendary 1v1s you want us to cover. We've got so many more incredible tales from history to share with you. Don't miss out on our next video. It's going to be another mind-blower. See you next time.